What's good, everyone? Now, the last video I did was my first one on this channel. I predicted the Premier League table. Now, that was difficult. That was very difficult, but this is the hardest thing yet. 100% I'm going to have to do pre-season, or in fact maybe even all season, which is predicting the championship table. I'm going to be going from bottom to top. Wow, this one's going to be the most difficult. 24 teams, the most unpredictable league in the world, the most competitive league in the world, hardest league to get out of. I mean, wow, just so many components to why this prediction never works every year and why no one ever gets it correct. I think I'm 24. I think if I was to get 8 or 9 correct, probably quite successful. I don't think you should really expect someone to get half of this because there's 24 teams. So yeah, you know, let me know what you guys think of this one as well. But having said that, let's get straight into predicting the championship table 2021-22 season. Let's get it. Here we go, straight into the championship table. Right, dead last, and of course, relegated. Derby County, you are gone this season. Look, last season, shambles. In my opinion, very lucky to stay up. Nothing against the club. I've been to Derby away before. Great stadium, you know, very loud on the day. This was back in the championship days, of course, many years ago when fans were all still back in the stadiums. So yeah, dead last for me. It's shambles at your club at the moment. With what's going on with your squads, the players, everything circulating around Wayne Rooney. Your signings that you're not making, it's all poor, and it is the worst I'm seeing in the championship. Easily dead last for me, 100%. Second last and getting relegated also. This one was tough. I thought about it a long time, but I think they're a good squad, but not quite good enough. I think Nottingham Forest, they've struggled too many seasons in a row, and I think both Derby and Nottingham Forest, of course, the rivalry between them, I think they're both gone to League One this season. There's not much to say on Nottingham Forest. You know, when we played them last season, we were in bad form ourselves. And we didn't lose. We beat them 1-0 and drew 0-0 away. So yeah, they're not good at goal scoring. They lack a lot of attacking football, and you know, they've done fairly well towards the end of last season in terms of staying up. But for me, the last few seasons, I think Forest, you know, yeah, not good enough for me. So them and Derby both going down. So the last relegation spot. See, I haven't even thought this through really, guys. I'm here, I'm looking at the table, I'm looking at the teams, I'm kind of thinking as I go along, really. It's quite difficult. Wow. I like them. I want to point out I do like this club, and I don't have really anything against many clubs, but I don't think Coventry will stay up this season, unfortunately. So I'm going to put them in the last spot for relegation zone. So yeah, Derby County 24th, Nottingham Forest 23rd, Coventry 22nd. Coventry struggled last season also, and yes, they got that bit of form towards the end of last season, but that's kind of it really. I can't see them staying up this season at all. I think it's fair to say the 3 teams that I've put in are reasonable contenders for relegation, and the reason I haven't put any of the 3 newly promoted teams in there is because I do believe that all 3 promoted teams to the Championship, I believe, are all going to be fairly comfortable with the table. So yeah, so I can really stand Coventry. I'm sorry for putting you guys there. I do like the club, but yeah, no, that's not good enough for me this season. So 21st place and missing out just about on relegation. I think will be Preston North End. Yeah, I think, you know what, Preston is, the last few seasons especially, the last season especially, when I saw them play against, for example, Watford, gave us hard, very difficult games. I think they're not a bad side at all. I think Championship football is the most we'll see them play for the next few years. I think you will struggle this season because the depth of your squad isn't very big, and I can see that having a massive effect on a 46 game league. So yeah, I think you will avoid relegation, but yeah, just about, I believe. So that's 21st place. So no, that is 20th place. No, that was 21st place. Right, there we go. I'm back on it now. So in 20th place, I'm gonna put Birmingham City. You know, I think they'll stay up. I've seen many people think Birmingham will get relegated this season. I don't think so myself, personally. Fairly good football, so I think they played very well last season in the games I have watched. Of course, I'm a fan of Watford, so I'm not exactly sat here watching everyone else last season. But even when Watford are in the Prem, I keep an eye on the Championship, and you know, like Birmingham, I think are a good club, and I think they'll do okay this season in terms of staying up. I don't think they'll be competing for anywhere near the top 12. But yeah, not much to say on that really. 20th place, Birmingham for me. So 19th place. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. But yeah, no, 19th place, I will put newly promoted Hull City. You know, part of the reasoning I was going to go into this as well from what I said earlier, I think the momentum you carry from a promotion is huge. And I know that doesn't mean really anything. Loads of people get promoted and get relegated straight away. But it's different. I believe Hull will be absolutely fine this season. Again, they're another club. All three newly promoted teams I've seen in predictions have pretty much all been predicted to get relegated. I believe they'll all do fairly well. So I think they'll be finishing kind of near each other. But yeah, not much to say again. I don't really know too much about the squads. I'll be honest with the squads I don't know too much about. I don't know too much about the players and the squad at Hull City. So yeah, 19th for me. So 18th place. Man, I think it's fair. Yeah, I think it's fair to put Huddersfield Town 18th place. Again, I don't really know too much on them. I'm basing them off what I saw last season. Jonathan Hogg, ex-Watford player. I rated him at Watford, of course, and he's whether he's still the captain of Huddersfield Town now, I'm not sure. See, this thing, guys, this is an unfiltered video. I'm not going to lie, like, I've not done any research on these teams. You know, I'm a big football fan of Watford, and I follow Watford every week, no matter what league we're in. But of course, I'm a football fan, so I will regularly watch all Premier League football, and I do watch Championship football when it's on. But of course, I'll choose watching Premier League football over Championship football any day, of course, unless Watford are in it. So, you know, I'm not going to purposely be biased or do research. This is just unfiltered, guys. I'm just going to go straight into it. If my knowledge isn't very good on the club or the players, apologies. It's a prediction anyway, so it's not that deep at the end of the day. But, yeah, Huddersfield, fairly good squad. It's okay, fairly average, I'd say, a mid-table club. I loved it when you guys went to the Premier League. That whole season from the very beginning, I think it was like 4 or 5 games into the Championship that season, I saw you guys were like 4th or 5th or wherever it was, and I was rooting for you. I told all my friends how much I wanted Huddersfield to get promoted, and I was so happy when you guys did. I was just happy as a neutral football fan. It was amazing, and I loved seeing you guys in the Prem. And you stayed in there for a couple of seasons. You smacked us up 4-1 at Vicarage Road. I remember that game very clearly. So yeah, nothing against the club. I like Huddersfield Town a lot. I just can't see them doing anything this season in terms of promotion or anything like that. So yeah, 17th place, I'm gonna put Millwall. I think. Again, tricky club. I think 2 seasons ago, there was within the last couple of seasons, there was a period where they were very close to the playoffs for a long period of the season, and they were doing really well, and I really did think they were going to get the playoffs at one point. And then, you know, last season, a bit of a lackluster season for them, but you know what, they did what they had to do. Comfortable stay up in the Championship, and I think it will be the same again. So yeah, 17th for Millwall for me. Now here's where it gets tricky. 16th onwards. With the clubs I'm seeing now, I think 16th. I'll put Peterborough United. What can I say? They seem to create these amazing strikers, sell them on, but then the next striker they have does also amazing. They had the top goal scorer in League One, if I'm not mistaken, last season. They had a very well-deserved promotion last season as well. Yeah, and they played entertaining football in League One last season. They really did. I was quite impressed with them last season. I thought Peterborough would come up. I didn't think I would be watching that kind of style of football play in League One though, and I thought it was great. They're very good at counter-attacking as well. They're very good at counter-attacking football. So, yeah, I think it's fair to put them there. So, Peterborough there. So, next one, the next spot, 15th, I believe is the next spot. If I'm mistaken, I will edit it, but 15th. I reckon Bristol City in 15th. I think, don't know too much on the actual squad itself. I think tough game. Like, you guys got to realise I'm kind of basing it also off realistically. I know it's different squads, but I'm still going to base it off how hard of a game or a loss we may have taken as a Watford fan against you guys last season. And I think Bristol City, we beat them 6-0 at Vicarage Road, but then away 0-0, very difficult. They had a new manager at the time. They had a new manager at the time. I don't know if that was Nigel Pearson or a different. I believe it was Nigel Pearson. Anyway, I'm waffling. So, yeah, comfortable stay up in the Championship. I don't know too much about the squad to really go into Bristol City and talk really in depth about them. But yeah, comfortable stay up for me. So, 15th place. 14th place, I will put Blackpool, newly promoted Blackpool. I think they will be the best of the promotion teams this season. I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling. I think, I was watching their games towards the end of the season, and yeah, wow, they're just not scared to push on, are they? Like, no matter what, even if when they're losing and out or supposedly out, they just really hit at you, and I think they'll do absolutely fine in the Championship this season. Hopefully we can see their stadium full, because I know they went through many years of the fans boycotting tickets and going to the games. I don't want to see that this season. I know they have their reasons, and I completely agree. I actually agree with it. The thing is, for me, I think Blackpool do have a really good fan base, and I would love to see their stadium packed and sold out for Championship football. Wow, what an atmosphere that would be to even just watching the TV. So yeah, I would love to see them sell out the stadium, and I'm sure they'll be very good in the Championship this season. So 13th place, and just missing out on the top half of the Championship table. Great season last season, but I can't see them doing it again. I think Barnsley will finish 13th. Great club. Really, really, really was rooting for them to get playoffs all of last season when it was them in contention for it. They went from 10th or 12th, whenever, where they won so many games in a row, got at 6th, and wow, I was so happy when they did get playoffs, and believe me, I was rooting for them for the playoffs. Of course, Swansea knocked them out in the end to go to Wembley, so it is what it is with that. But yeah, great club. Scored an absolute world-class goal against Watford last season to beat us 1-0 at their ground, and they made it very difficult. We only beat them 1-0 at Vicarage Road from a Troy Deeney penalty. So again, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult team to play, and we actually was due to play them in a friendly this week, but they cancelled to play Manchester City, which of course you can't blame. Of course they're going to take that friendly over playing Watford. So yeah, fair play to them. I think they'll have a very comfortable mid-table season again. But if they do push on and prove me wrong and try and get top 6 again, I would absolutely love that. I think that'd be brilliant to see. So, 12th place. It's interesting now. This is the top half of the table. 12th place, I think, will be Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, Adam Armstrong is unbelievable, and I think he'll get them top half of the table. Yeah, he's brilliant. We were linked with him. We bidded, I think, 20 million. They said no because they had to give, I believe, 40% to Newcastle or whoever it was. That's what I was reading. I think he's unbelievable. I would have taken him at Watford. I believe we've signed well too many strikers that we won't probably even play this season anyway. For him to come now, I would have loved him at Watford. I rate him highly. I think he'll be the reason that you guys stay up very comfortably mid-table and get top half of the table. 12th place for Blackburn. So 11th place. Woo! It's where it gets difficult now. 11th place. Wow, I'm looking at the teams here. 11th place, I'm going to put Stoke City. I'm going to put Stoke City. Look. Good team. Difficult to play against both times last season for Watford, and I'm going to keep comparing our games as well, guys, because you've got to think about it. We finished second. We had not only the best defensive record in the league last season, but we're actually the best joint defensive league in history of the Championship. So people who are making it tough to break down us and break down them, score against them, score against us, I'm going to take it all into account from last season and take it into this season. Stoke are a very difficult team. Difficult place to go as well. I think, you know, they play well home and away really, but yeah, they had a really bad season last season in terms of where they finished. I think Stoke fans were definitely thinking last season was going to be the year they got playoffs at least and a road back to the Premier League. I think they, in the next couple of seasons, will be a Premier League club. I just don't think it will be this year. So 11th place, I'm putting Stoke City. 10th place, I'm going to put Queen's Park Rangers. So here's the thing about QPR. They, in my opinion, Charlie Austin, I think, can get them where they need to go in terms of comfortably staying up. I don't believe they have the squad to get playoffs though. Whether we'll see them back in the Premier League, I don't know. In the next couple of years, I mean. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I haven't seen too much around QPR squad. To be honest, as of recording right now, there's still a couple of weeks of the season started. As I said, it's unfiltered. I've not done my research. So for all I know, Charlie Austin has left QPR. I don't even know what's going on with that. But I think he was brilliant last season. But, you know, they were hard to play against last season also. I mean, we drew 1-0 to them at QPR. We lost 2-1 90th minute at Vicarage Road. Difficult team last season for us to face. But yeah, you know, they're 10th for me. Not much more to say on that. Here's where it's very interesting though. 9th place, and obviously starting to close in now on the playoffs. I think I've got my. It's either 9th or 8th for these guys. No, I think 9th place. I think Luton Town, and so many people would be very surprised by this. Of course, there's a Watford Luton rivalry, and it's massive between us anyway. Not many people even knew it was a derby or a rivalry before last season. But having said that, look, as I said, guys, I'm keeping it 100 here. I'm being 100%. They had a great season last season. You couldn't fault it. The season before, but they stayed up in the last day of the season for the Championship. You could only rate it, realistically. If I'm being completely honest, you can only rate it. So, I think they'll do brilliantly. I think they've got a good squad, a really good squad. Fans are obviously very loud. I think their fans are very, very, very passionate, and they'll sell out their stadium for Championship when the fans are fully allowed back in full capacity, which I believe is meant to be the start of the season, but I'm still reading many different things about that, so I'm not sure yet, guys. But yeah, good fan base, if I'm honest, and you know, I like to have banter with my not my Luton fans, but with the Luton fans. I like to have banter with them. But if I'm being 100% here, yeah, I think they'll have a really good season. I think they'll miss out on playoffs by probably, if I have to guess points-wise, they'll probably finish 9th with about 10 points from them, and 6th. I think they will be very close to playoffs, but I think my prediction would actually be they spend a little bit of the season in the playoff spaces, but I think they will drop towards the end. And if we're being honest, the manager, he's done good there. Yeah, I have to give Luton props for their last couple of seasons in the Championship. So 9th place for them. 8th place, I'm gonna put Middlesbrough. I don't think they're good enough for the playoffs just yet. We've just signed Ashley Fletcher, who was, I'm not gonna say their main goal scorer at all, of course not, but he, you know, they played him quite a lot. I think Neil Warnock did like him. He said when we signed him that it was a shame to see him go, but of course that could have just been him saying that just for football's sake. So yeah, not much to say on this, but I think they've got a good squad, but I think it'll be the same as every year. I think they'll just about miss out on playoffs. I think they'll be very, very close, but then I think they'll probably bottle it. If I'm being completely honest, yeah, that's just my opinion on that. So 7th place, just missing out on the playoffs. I think we'll be. Ooh, I think we'll be Swansea. That's really tough to call, because you know what, guys? Before this video, I was maybe even thinking they'd be in playoffs, but looking at it, I don't think so. Yeah, I think they will have a good, strong season, even after getting to a playoff final. But I think they'll just about be not quite there. I think that could be even something that comes down to the last game of the season, if I'm honest with you. I wouldn't be that surprised if Swansea missed out on playoffs last game of the season. I'll say that on here on the record now. So yeah, so I'll leave it as that for now. going into the playoffs. This is where it's fucking tricky. Looking at these teams left, I can definitely see the 6 teams I've got left all getting top 6. I can see it. 6th place, I'm going to put I'm going to put Cardiff City. I'm going to put Cardiff City in 6th place. Playoffs, Harry Wilson, Morris. Yeah, good squads. I can see. I think they belong in the Premier League. If I'm honest, I think they. I'm not going to say they should win the playoffs this season, but they've got a very good chance of winning the playoffs when they're in it. So, yeah, I mean, playoffs is always tough to call. Anyone can really win it, of course. So, yeah, I'm going to go Cardiff 6th place. Now, 5th place, I'm going to put Reading. Great season last season, just missing out on playoffs also. I wish they had got playoffs. I think Reading are a great club. Yeah, it's a shame, really. But what can you do? I mean, it's they got Zhao, who's a great striker. Not much to say on Reading, really. I really don't have much to say on Reading, if I'm honest, guys. So, yeah, I'm gonna put them in 5th place. 4th place, I think will be AFC Bournemouth. Great squad. I love the games that we have against Bournemouth. Always a great rivalry ever since our promotion season side by side together, 2015-16. They won the league in the last day of the season because we conceded an equaliser in the 96th minute to Sheffield Wednesday, who were like very low in the league at the time. And the week before that, Sheffield Wednesday actually drew 2-2 at Bournemouth for us to go top of the league. So it's quite ironic how that whole thing worked out. And then we both spent 5 seasons together consecutively in the Premier League to both get relegated in the same year last season. To then we just about got, we didn't just about get promoted. We got promoted and they just about didn't get, did they get playoffs last season? I can't remember the other leg of the playoffs, guys. I'm really struggling here. I know it was Barnsley, Brentford. No, sorry. It was Barnsley-Swansea. Who did Brentford have in their semi-finals? I really can't remember. Wow. Yeah, I can't remember. So, yeah. So, there's that. But, you know, Bournemouth, great rivalry. I wouldn't mind if they came back up just to have that little bit of football banter rivalry back in the Premier League. We do have it with a couple of teams this season. I'm very much looking forward to playing Aston Villa first game of the season. That should be a fired up game for Watford. I'm very much looking forward to the Watford Crystal Palace fixture. That's always a very good one for us. And the fan, you know, I know many Crystal Palace fans say it's not a rivalry and it's just Watford, but I know full well they care about that fixture. I know they do. I've had Palace fans tell me that they care about that fixture. So I'm not gonna. Anyway, that's enough on that. So 3rd place and just missing out on automatic promotion, I think will be Sheffield United. I think they will have a good season. Many people believe they will have a shit season. I think they'll have a great season. I think they'll get, 3rd. They'll just miss out on the automatic promotion. But I can't see them, if I'm being honest, I can't see them actually winning the playoffs. I think they'll have a great season still though. But we'll see. 2nd place, automatics. I'm just going to rack off 2nd and 1st now. 2nd place, I'm going to put Fulham. Great squad. Unluckily relegated. I thought they fought so hard towards the end of last season, but they just didn't have it. And I think the winners of the Championship would definitely be West Bromwich Albion. For me, look, best squad in the Championship. Not even just on paper, the way they play. I tell you what, we played them in a pre-season friendly the other day, and both teams started a strong side. And West Brom came out and they looked very good. And I think we were a little bit better in the first half. On the hour mark, we made like 15 subs or whatever it was, brought our academy players on, and then West Brom started to bring on their kids as well. So we all knew it was going to be a 0-0 at that point. But man, they really impressed me, West Brom, in the day. They really did. I thought Jake Livermore was very good in midfield. I thought he held up the ball very well for them. He made sure that he held it up, and they would make overlap runs and they'd get it across and they'd make a few crosses in the dangerous crosses in the box. Yeah, they really looked strong and looked like scoring. And you know, even though, again, I told you guys I take pre-seasons into account, and I think they'll be champions. So as you guys can see on the screen right now, that's my championship prediction for the table. I'm sorry if I didn't go really too in depth, or you know, if I was wrong about anything, guys. As I said, unfiltered video. I'm not doing my research. I'm just being me, doing me on here, predicting the championship from a neutral fan's point of view. So yeah, I know that there's going to be many disagreements with the order of this, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you do like the content. I'm going to bring out many more videos, not even just like this. As I said, I'm going to be doing predictions on scores. So championship season starts in over a week now, so probably about 2 or 3 days before the championship season kicks off, I'll go through each of the matches for game week 1, and I'll predict the score lines and who I think will win, and I go to why. But yeah, that's my table, guys. So thank you guys for watching very much. I will be back soon. I'm not too sure what my next video will be, but if you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, you guys shall see. Thank you. See you guys soon.